UGO, it's funny, I tell people this all the time, we built it totally by accident. This is not something we sat down and said, hey, let's build some tech platform. We were just kind of two, silly owners trying to figure out what we were doing so poorly when we were getting crushed in 2016, but also trying to figure out what we were doing well. And, for a lot of pharmacy owners out there, they know they don't teach you that in pharmacy school. That's not something you get a crash course on. It's usually baptism by fire. So that's something we went through, and that began that kind of early stages of the inception of UGO as a concept. Kind of the key elements of UGO is really to shed transparency, kind of save time, and streamline this whole kind of business acumen of independent pharmacy. So a couple things, like our big claim to fame, right? We when we owned our pharmacy, we were very heavy Medicare. Now, obviously, for a lot of pharmacy owners out there adjudicating Medicare, PAs, rejections, things like that, you're no stranger to these things. But also what pharmacies are no stranger to hearing from either a clinic or an MA is a doctor wants to know what's covered, right? And this is something that kind of kicks off the beginning of a bottleneck in pharmacy where, oddly enough, the two people in charge of patient care are the two people left in the dark when it comes to, drug coverage for the patients, being the doctor and the pharmacy. So what we set out to do was to take the entire Medicare Part D formulary for every healthcare plan across all 50 states and code that into a search tool. And it took us a little over 3.5 years, but we did it. And that really kind of skyrocketed our claim to fame as a tool, allowing users to now log into UGO when they get a rejection, a PA, or they're just looking to see what's covered for Medicare, see specifically what drugs are covered, what alternatives might be on formulary, different formulations that might also be on formulary that we've never been privy to before. See what they actually even reimburse upfront directly from Medicare. So that way we no longer have to test claim or fish and upset PBMs doing actions like these just to throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks for a patient. And what that really allowed us to do was, first of all, elevate patient care, because patients were able to get their medication or a treatment option much faster, right? And instead of going through cover my meds and the PA process, we wanted people to just UGO it, right? If you get a rejection or PA, come to UGO, look up what's covered. And now before a clinic even asks you, hey, doctor wants to know what's covered, we get to provide the prescriber with alternative options that are actually on formulary. And so that really allowed us to flip the script on the dynamic between pharmacy and clinic relations. It was nuts. It really, we inadvertently figured that out, that, man, this is giving us a unique selling proposition. We're able to now, market even our pharmacy to clinics by saying, hey, listen, we're going to make sure that if a patient encounters a rejection or a PA, that we can find a covered alternative for you guys and advise the doctor of options, allowing the prescriber to choose the best therapeutic option, as silly as it sounds, being able to practice medicine again, as opposed to simply prescribing, in some cases, what would be like path of least resistance treatment options.